Hello and welcome to the Build with Baer workshop. My name is Pat Baer. I'm here to build model kits and hang out with you in chat. I've got a model kit. I got a Lego set to build tonight. It's going to be very fun. We'll talk about anime. We'll talk about what's going on in the world. Maybe, I don't know. We'll talk about whatevs, what's on your mind, all that stuff. Shout out to Harold for hosting the stream. Thank you very much for that, Harold. A thing that is going to happen tonight is that I'm going to do my monthly giveaway. Brown Lantern says, "What is good, my dude?" Hello, Brown Lantern. Happy to have you here in the chat. Yeah, if you're a subscriber, throw the Bear Cave emote in there. We're going to wait and see if a few more folks want to join us before we get to the building portion. It often takes folks a little bit of time to come in, which is cool and fine. We did finish up a big project there, so now we're working on some smaller stuff, which is fun. It is the last regular stream of the month, so I will be doing a giveaway for one of my model kits. Someone will be receiving the Tall Geese 2, not 3, the Tall Geese 2 Master Grade that I built, I don't know, last year sometime. I forget when I built that, but the Tall Geese 2 is the model kit. It's a beautiful looking kit, fantastic finish to it, great colors. And one of my subscribers is going to win that, and I will do a random drawing for that, at around 10 o'clock during the break. Hello, Ultron. Welcome to the chat. Speaking of subscriptions, Brown Lantern is now subscribing for 6 months. Gave us that notification. Thank you very much. Reminder that if you're using your Twitch coin, you got to do it manually. If you're using cash monies, you can just, let me know by hitting that button there when you renew, or that you already renewed. Appreciate it very much, as is things are, we're getting into May, and, so this shirt doesn't work great on green screen. It'll work okay in the other shot because you won't see it, but in this shot, I'm bigger and you can see that. But yeah, we're going to wait for a few minutes here, see if you folks want to join us before we get to the building portion. We do have Sleepy Vegeta here. Sleepy Vegeta is done. It's a complete little model kit there. Saiyan armor doesn't work great on the green screen, but the overhead, it looks fine. We've got some portions of our Harold just gave 31 through Wake Up Vegeta. Oh, yes. That's 33 bits. Wake up, Vegeta. Yeah, no, Vegeta is sleepy right now. Everybody be cool. Ugh. I'm very congested, so I apologize if I sound off tonight. Hello to you, Inked Gunpla, and welcome. We're waiting to see if a few more folks want to join us. But yeah, so the different components we've got here, we've got some of the frame. We're actually very close to just finishing up the Saiyan space pod, because this isn't as detailed of a model kit as you're going to find if you do the Figure-Rise kits. If you're familiar with those, this one is very basic because it's really not about Vegeta in the pod. It's really about the pod. I would say that this is the most high grade of any of the Figure-Rise kits that are, all of the different Dragon Ball and then that one Naruto, which we built, which was really fun. But yeah, this isn't like super complex. It's a good size though. It's a nice big build, so that's fun. And I have not tested if I can put, when I'm done with this, I will probably try to put other things in this, other figures from Figure-Rise, because I got a few of them. We'll see if a few of them want to hang out in there. Hello, Lastbrook. Happy to have you here. Yeah, if you're a subscriber, throw the Bear Cave emote in there, or the Lego emote. Let the people know, because we are doing both model kits and Lego tonight. Because when we are done with Vegeta Space Pod, we're going to start this Lego set. This is the Hulkbuster Smash Up set. That's right. We got ourselves one of Tony Stark's big old boys. But the twist is, that's Bruce Banner in there. That's not Tony Stark in there. That's Bruce Banner inside there, punching some stuff. And then also, I get a Falcon minifig, and I'm very excited about having a Falcon minifig. That's rules. And then, Midnight and Outrider, whatever. But yeah, I built a couple Figure Eyes arrows. Yeah, so I like the Figure Eyes line. I've built a bunch of them. Um, they're not like the longest builds in the world, but the details are good. The boos look great. The different faces are really fun. As I've said, this one is the least actually hurt your finger spiky haired one that I've built. Um, that Trunks figure is just so good with the sword and the jacket. Oh, so great. We'll go to the overhead shot in just a moment, waiting for see if anybody else wants to join us tonight. And if it's a quiet stream, it's a quiet stream, and I understand that it happens. Um, you know, comes up. Very rude. Okay, let's get into it. Let's go to the overhead shot. Let's see what's up. And pod. Great. So, we can see the components here. We've got our Vegeta. I'm going to put him aside. We've got parts of our space pod. I'm going to push that out of the way. We are going to do a little more detailing. Now, normally when I'm applying stickers, like we're going to apply 2 stickers on here, I would use a different tool than I'm using now. I'm using tweezers because, and I'll show this. My usual sponger that I used, this tip has gotten very dull. Oops. And even the wedge part has gotten a little, it's not much of a wedge anymore. So it's time to get a new sponger. At some point I will get a new sponger. I'm supposed to have another one, but I lent it out to somebody and it has not been returned. So instead of using the sponger to apply these stickers, I'm going to be using my tweezers, which should work out just fine. And in certain aspects, when you're dealing with stickers that maybe don't want to come up because they're old, this isn't too old, but old stickers, it's nice to have tweezers for. Of course, this kit is not that old, so it's not too big a deal. All right. So then, yeah, we're just applying stickers as best we can, and we're trying not to damage the sticker, which is where the sponger is helpful, but I'll use my finger in this case just to flatten it out because I don't want to use my tweezers. I could just use, actually, what I should do is use this end of my tweezers, but I don't want to use the sharp point here because I'll just rip it, tear it, which is why the plastic sponger is helpful for getting our stickers on and keeping them on. We will have, as you can see in here, a few more stickers to apply, including the console of our space pod, which is important that we get right. Okay. Oops. Just try to get these on right. As you know, stickers are not my favorite, but when it comes to kits like this that I would classify as the equivalent of a high-grade kit for a, a Gundam, stickers do a lot of work. They're doing a lot of work, right? Our console here would just be like a clear thing, and it wouldn't feel right if we didn't have the stickers on it. So, in my opinion, stickers are very helpful. Reminder that I am giving away a model kit that was built on the stream to a subscriber. So if you haven't renewed your subscription or you're thinking about doing it, now's a great time to become a subscriber because at 10 p.m. I will give away a Tallgeese 2 that I built on stream to a lucky subscriber, and I'll pay for shipping and ship it out to you. Priority. I do international shipping because, that's fair. That's fair is fair. I think the first kit I sent out was to Canada back in the day, and the second set I sent out was to Finland. So I am willing to mail things. Yeah, mailing a big Lego kit to Finland wasn't necessarily great when I had like 15 subscribers when I first started, or 20 or whatever. That was an expensive send, but that's how it goes. All right, so we're basically attaching here the top to the sides of our pod, and then we will attach the back as well. These interlock pretty well, I would say. It feels very sturdy once it's all connected. Once you get the back on, this does feel very good. I got to see Endgame last night, and I'm all beside myself, says Ultron. Literally lay awake in bed last night trying to absorb what happened. And then Ultron, Brown Lantern says, I need to see it again. Yeah, I have not seen it. It's okay that I haven't. But yeah, I'm happy that folks are fucking psyched about that movie. Hell yeah. Enjoy. Brown Lantern pee during an important moment. See, now you know. That's great. Now you know when to pee from experiencing it, or when not to pee, I guess. Alright, so we are now going to connect here, and I am just trying to be cool about connecting all this. Trying to get it all snapped together well. I don't want to break anything. As always, when you're putting pressure on kits is when you're ruining kits. Great. So now everything is connected. Back's on. Sides are on. Top is on. And then we will start working on the bottom. And, of course, there's also the stand for it. So we got to build the bottom. And, oops, that did not connect all the way. Let's see if I can get that together. There we go. I went to a bar and drank like 4 whiskeys and ate deep dish pizza right before. Yep, that'll be good. Space Jordan says, I'm waiting for home release because it's 3 hours long. I understand that. And you got there very early. The only place by the theater is a fucking Uno's. Hey, you know what? I'm not going out of my way to go to the Uno's. I'm not going one town over because, hey, let's go to the Uno's. But in a pinch, Uno's is fucking pizza. It's not good, but it's pizza. It's its place to eat. I guess that's damning with faint praise if what I just said was it's a place to eat. Alright, this seems to be not connecting super well. Hopefully when I put the bottom on, it'll connect better, which we're about to build right now. Put this F and B2. So that's B2 is this here. 2 into B2. Alright. Ultron, I've never heard of that place, Mr. Gaddis. So, I'll say that. Put that on a sign, who knows. It's a place to eat. Yeah. My girlfriend works in the city, and on Take Your Child to Work Day, they ordered Domino's because they didn't know if kids would like regular pizza. And by the city, you mean New York City. Look, every once in a while, Domino's is great. I've said this before. I'll say it again. Okay, it's a real low-rent Chuck E. Cheese style place. Great. That is excellent context. Thank you very much for that context. I've said this before, and I stand by it. Sometimes Domino's isn't good, but sometimes Domino's is fucking great. Zorb says, "Hi everyone. Hope everyone's having a great day. I'm having a good time. Thanks. I hope you're having a good one, Zorbs. Thanks for being here in the chat." Kids love Domino's. Yeah, I mean it's Domino's. I'm never in the mood for Pizza Hut, but as a kid, I loved Pizza Hut very, very much. Now I would probably be like, this bottom isn't really cooked and is just kind of oil. This personal pan pizza is just encased in oil. I am not feeling this. That's probably, but maybe I won't. Maybe I'll be like, hell yeah, it's oil on the bottom of this personal pan pizza, and this does not seem to be the best cheese. Yeah, we did it. But I think I would be bummed about it. Alright, how dare you? Domino's is the best cheap bad pizza. Boy Blue! I mean, that's what I'm saying. Alright, well, we're all talking here. Yes, I agree with you. Mr. Gotti's Pizza in Southern United States Pizza Buffet chain. The corporate office in Fort Worth, Texas. The chain ceased its operation in April 17, 2019. RIP. It just ceased. I wonder if a few places are still going to keep the name or if they're just going to try to be the same thing. But yeah, RIP. Pizza buffet is a great idea until you realize that other buffets are way better than pizza buffets. Uh, and also, any pizza place is a pizza buffet if you just order more pizza. That should be on a t-shirt. Put that on a shirt. Like, I'll fucking... It's like, oh, hey, can I get 2 more pizzas for the table? We're now a buffet. Boston pizza. It's always made me laugh when I go up to Canada, but I've never had it. Oh, yeah, I've had pizza in Boston, but I've never I've never eaten at a chain place called Boston Pizza. No, that has not been a thing. All right, so we got to connect this. We got to try to do this right. Get these pieces all connected. This is the bottom of our unit here. So there we go. Attaching big plastic pieces, and so gotta... Alright, that'll do. Okay. The third to New York and New Jersey pizza from my experience. Yeah. Yeah, I think the pizza I've had in there is pretty good. There was a pizza place near my college, says Boy Blue, that sadly closed down. But on Tuesday, you could pay $8 for them just to bring you endless pizza. Pretty damn good. All right. Hey, for $8, it doesn't have to be great. $8 just to get some pizza on a Tuesday? Like, that sounds like a day where you skip lunch so you can have more fucking pizza and just enjoy yourself. That sounds all right to me. $8 for pizza. Yeah. I mean, it's just like, it doesn't have to be that good for $8. Now, it's proportionate, right? It's proportional, I should say. Dollar slice pizza gets worse the more you eat it. You don't want more than one. Sometimes you just need to put food in your fucking face, and a dollar slice is perfect for that. But sometimes you want to, like, eat a meal and, like, have subsistence and, like exist in the world, and you can't do, like, 2 or 3 slices of dollar pizza. It just has diminishing returns. But if you're spending like $8 for like unlimited pizza and it's decent quality all around, like, yeah, go for it. Maybe you'll only have 3 slices, but still 3 slices. If you're getting $2 a slice for good pizza, good enough pizza, like, that's a steal. So I think 4 slices for $8 is totally worth it. All right, get the lid in here, got going. We can now put our stand on. And once we put our stand on, we can put Vegeta in. So our stand is done. I'll put it like this. And then I can put Vegeta in here. And now Vegeta's sleeping. So everyone be cool, because Vegeta's taking a nap in his space pod. The Wikipedia page for the one I'm thinking of, apparently, they did file for bankruptcy in January. I mean, it also could be that, like, they're in litigation. The franchisees don't have to, like, do anything, or maybe they just don't want to tell people they're going out of business because they want people to still go to the restaurants. Or Molly Lewis is now following. Hello, Molly. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it very much. Working on our space pod here featuring Vegeta. It could be that they let go of the social media person for that company, so they can't update their social media about going out of business. Or they were like, hey, we're going to lay you off. Can you update the social media? And he was like, I don't know the password. I'm out. Oh, shit, I hope you didn't wake up Vegeta. I think you're okay, Molly. I think that notification noise was quiet enough. He sleeps soundly, you know. He's got a scouter on, so he's just, you know, waiting for something to go down. Okay, so now we can put the part of the lid on here. Just gotta go this so I can see. Uh, I once ate pizza nearly every meal for a week, and trust me, you don't want pizza all day, every day. Yeah, no, I get you. Uh, the social media has been updated since the supposed closure. No clue. Well, Harold throwing in the emotes, appreciate that. Lashbrook, you ruined my joke, but that's fine. Facts are supposed to ruin jokes, so yes. I mean, it's totally possible that, like, yeah, they're just like going through arbitration or something and don't want to announce that they're closing stores. Boy Blue throwing the emotes in there as well. Thank you. Pat, who is your favorite non-main character in Dragon Ball? As in human, non-human, and DB that don't do a huge thing to the story. That's a great question. A character. Hey, Lord Crashington, welcome to the stream. A character that is not super important in Dragon Ball, but means a lot for where the show goes, and therefore is important to the overall story, and at the time, I'm sure not important as far as Toriyama is concerned. It's Ader. Ader, Android 8, is a Frankenstein's monster looking motherfucker who is a sweetheart. He's an android that looks like Frankenstein's monster. Clearly made by Dr. Gero, and is important in the grand scheme of things, but in the moment is just like an unstoppable force, helpful. Goku thinks that he died and kind of gets like tough about it, and like it becomes a whole thing. But it really just, and so you get some emotional depth there. But yeah. But like Yajirobe, I mean Robot Crank, yes, there was a moment where it looked like Yajirobe might be important, and he does. I mean, hey, Yajirobe cuts off Vegeta's tail. Yajirobe fucking steps up one time, and it's very important. So, Dr. Gero, not really too original with his first androids. Yes. Certainly. There's some fan theory that apparently Toriyama has said is canon that Android 16 is modeled after Dr. Gero's son, which is why he is interested in like keeping the peace and is like a peaceful character. Like why his personality is the way it is. Oh, we got to put some stickers on. So we should put the stickers on this first before we put it into the base there. So we'll do that now. Android 16 is also a character that isn't important, and they take away his agency. He could do some cool shit. He doesn't. But Android 16 goes a long way in the world of Dragon Ball to showcase the humanity, the possible humanity of the androids and robots. So in that respect, he is important. Even though he is not super important in the show. Alright. Oh, I forgot. This is the sticker that has little holes in it. So you want to kind of pop those out before you put it on. Yes, he is very important for Goku. Or for Gohan going Super Saiyan 2. You're right. He is very important in it, but he does not mean anything after that, which is a shame. Oops. But yeah, that was a great question. I appreciate that very much. Let's see. Okay, so now we're going to put the sticker on here. We're just going to line it up. And as always, if it ain't perfect, it's perfect. I'm fine with it. Can only get one shot with this, so I'm always going to do my best with it, but I'm also okay with it not being perfect. I've always loved Tien, says Brown Lantern. And you were a Yamcha guy. Well, yeah. Here's the thing. Brown Lantern. First of all, we'll talk Tien in a second. We'll do the quick Yamcha. Yamcha gets the short end of the stick because he doesn't have growth. He doesn't have the growth potential of other people. But he is the first villain to become a friend in Dragon Ball. Because Bulma doesn't count because Bulma wasn't a villain. Bulma and Goku had conflict, but she wasn't a villain. So Yamcha is important because he is the basis for the heart of Dragon Ball, of all incarnations of Dragon Ball, which is your friends, your enemies become friends. So Yamcha is important in the grand scheme of things, even a template, even though Yamcha eventually, yeah. Look, Bulma does attempt to steal the Dragon Ball or barter for the Dragon Ball or all kinds of nonsense. But she's not. Yeah, and Goku is just a kind of goofy antagonist to Bulma. Look, he's chaos. Goku is chaos in the beginnings of Dragon Ball. And also, yes, also not great. Brown Lantern, you're totally right. Ignorance is no excuse for gross behavior. Oolong was a bad guy for about 5 minutes before he got the poo pill. Yes, you're right. Perhaps Oolong is. I guess you're right, Lord Crashington. Oolong technically is the first villain to join up, but also it's so weird. Oolong is such a weird character because he is the only parts of Dragon Ball that are like ripped from the Chinese myth, like of the Monkey King, the Journey to the West. Like, we got a Monkey King, you got a Pig Man. And then they're like, and then Toriyama was like, that's enough of that. I don't need to do anything else. Instead, I'll have a technology available lady, and then we got some other characters that I'll just start introducing. Yes. Yeah, I mean, like, Yamcha had a fight and was like, wait, why was the guy really strong? And you find out, of course. Yeah, Brown Lantern, I remember Launch. Toriyama doesn't. He forgot about her. Which is why she is not in, Super. It's because he forgot about that character. Totally forgot he had made that character. Alright, so we did all our stickers. I think that looks pretty cool. I'm going to put it up to this one because obviously it's not going to look great in my green screen. But, yeah, so good sticker work there. Pretty pleased with how it turned out for our control panel. Then we'll just snap that in place. It's good. And then we also need to put another one on. We do have like 2 more stickers. They're going to go inside the piece here that we'll be doing in a moment. But right now we can get F there. Ox King's probably my favorite of the big dudes. I mean, Lord Crashton, I love Ox King. I love how tough he is and big and like, and then he's just like, the thing that I love about him is like, he's like, I'm rough, I'm tough, I'm a big old guy. Wait, you know my master? And my house is just always on fire. If my house could not be on fire, I would be a real chill dude. And then his house isn't on fire anymore. And he's like, no, I can be a real chill dude. Thank you so much. This is great. Ox King is great. Yeah. Big fan of the old Ox King. It's a nice. This color is fantastic. This like, we're going to see in there. It's going to give a really nice look inside of our pod when that's done. It's going to look real good. And then we're basically, at this point now, we're just doing some assembly, and we got a little bit more sticker work to do, but we are very close to finishing up this space pod. He's so imposing at first before becoming a teddy bear. That's just cool, rich. Yeah. Yep. Then he's just. Let's be fair. Ox King is one of the best parental figures. Sorry. Whoa. Sorry about that. Ox King is one of the best parental figures in all of Dragon Ball. He's a single dad. He's a great grandpa doing his thing. Thank you for the blessed use. I apologize. I had my hands full, and also like I said, my allergies are whooping me. So sorry about those big old sneezes. But yeah, getting some bad allergies going on here. All right, so this goes like this. I want to attach this side to here first. So we'll attach that there. I appreciate the different colors here of white. There's a different the two whites. You can kind of maybe see that. I don't know if it's noticeable on camera, but yeah, got interior white is different from the exterior white, which I appreciate as a nice attention to detail. And then this just kind of sits in there. Oops. Try to put it on all at once. There we go. Ooh, that looks good. It's a good color. And then we will, before we attach it, we have to add our last two stickers, which are just gold. It's nice and easy. Everyone's favorite non-canon movie character. Huh. Teen Gohan has a badass costume with Goku's gi, and it's real cool. Ooh, I like that. I don't know about... So the thing is, my memory of the movies isn't really that... Like, none of the movies stuck with me. They just didn't. Like... I mean, I watched them, and you watched, like... You know, Brawly... I mean, Bio Brawly's bad, but like, you know, Brawly was alright. I guess it's the other... Is it the other, like, the other androids? I guess those were alright. I don't know. I don't know if I have a favorite. I mean, PyCon, yes. I really like, yeah, it's like it's designed for BoJack Unbound. It's been ages since I've seen any other movies. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm not super up on the movies as my memory. Like most of the stuff that stuck with me was like Cooler, and you know who's fine. He's just Cooler. Garlic Jr. You know. Yes. Easily my favorite Gohan look. Brown Lantern include a link, which I'm gonna look. Oh, yes. I liked the. See, I'm also a fan of the purple. I really like the. I want to dress like you, Piccolo, but also I can't really fight in all of your costume, so I've always been a big fan of that version of Gohan. Of the I'm dressing like Piccolo, purple. Uh, yes, now Bardock is canon. The movies are so weird in contrast to the shows, which are already weird to begin with. Yes, Lord Crashington, I totally agree with you. They were a lot of weird what ifs and whatevers. It's very strange. And you always got the sense that maybe like of course, you know, they're whatever, but like, see, one thing I will say about this. I know it's dumb, but I liked how dumb the idea is. The reason that Brawly hated Goku is because Goku is like, as a baby, was just so whiny and cried all the time, and Brawly was like, I hate this kid. When I find him, I'm going to beat him up, and then he finally got a chance to. Yeah, no idea. I just can't remember all of them. I mean, most of the ones, like I said, that really stuck with me involved the different Cooler and Alright, so now we have to attach this, and we have one more thing to build here. We're going to build the fake-ass hydraulics that go in this. Because we're going to snap it in there. And you could just have this. Like, obviously, it goes all the way down, which is not right, but it'll fit in there. And then we got our space pod. It looks pretty cool. You can see Vegeta's in there sleeping. We got one more thing to do. The new movie is canon. Yes, Brown Lantern, it is. But yes, this new movie is canon. So anything that happens in the Broly movie is considered part of the universe, which is cool because they used to just be weird side stories. So it's kind of neat that they're now part of the lore and part of the stories. Okay, so the way this works is, I remember this being weird, how these kind of fit in, and then they attach like this. So basically, you put them in sideways, and then turn them, and then they pop out, and then you clip them on there. So I'll do it again on this side, put it in sideways, turn it, and the turn feels a little bad, but it should work out. Alright, let me get in, do this in a way that isn't educational, but we'll get it done. There we go, got it. And then snap in place, and there we go. Hydraulics. We now have our completed kit. This was I started this on Saturday. This was a nice, easy thing to put together. The Saiyan Space Pod, which was built with money I got through Twitch and Patreon. So appreciate everyone who supports me in those endeavors. But yeah, that's it. There's Vegeta, Sleepy Vegeta, and then it all snaps in there. And then it all kind of snaps together, and there's a pod. Okay, so... Oh, now we're talking Naruto, says Brown Lantern. And Brown Lantern wants to talk about Naruto. Yes, Sleepy Vegeta can finally rest. He is now, leaving his pod and flying away. And he's away. And now it's Lego time. You're right. Now it's time to do that. This is a fun little kit. And like I said, I'm going to try to put other things in here, I think. But yeah, it was... Oops, and his head fell off. So that's very fun. I got to put Vegeta's head back on before we say goodbye to this kit. Alright. Oh, those stickers look great. Okay. Put this aside. I'm trying to think of this. So we're going to talk about our favorite non-Team 7 ninja. Like, I really like Gaara. I think Gaara is underrated. Because Gaara is fierce and scary as shit and terrifying. And then also, like, becomes like a dad. And like, I mean, he adopts his son. He basically finds a really strong person and he's just like, you're my son now. I'm going to help you out. And is like great, and I think like his relationship with his brother and sister is really fun. And then his friendship with Naruto is like great. I mean, look, Space Jordan. When you say Rock Lee, you are not wrong. Rock Lee is almost a commentary on like martial arts in general, to the point of like him doing the weighted training and then people being like, I can't believe this is how you train. That's just so old school and archaic. But yeah, Rock Lee rules. Metal Lee's pretty cool. That's of course that's a Boruto character. All right, so we have some decals for our Iron suit, our Iron Man suit that we'll have to put on eventually. We'll put those aside for now. We've got our handy dandy tool, which is our brick separator. Always have a brick separator. Some kits come with them, not every kit, but I have like a dozen of them. Yes, Brown Lantern. Now in canon, or in canon, outside of canon, it has not been discussed, and nobody is saying storyline-wise who Metal Lee's mom is. But Rock Lee is his dad, and he's basically He's Rock Lee, so he's his son, but he does have some magical abilities. Not much, but he can do some magic. And he also has a tremendous fighting ability. But here's his character flaw. His dad's dumb. He doesn't seem as dumb like his dad, but he gets shy in front of people. He has performance anxiety. So he's like, I can hit this target no problem. And people are like, you did great. And he's just like, shit. People are watching me do this. I'm out. It's a good bit of business. Neji, yeah, you know, Brown Lantern. I think that character was fine. All right, we're gonna build this weapon first. We got to build our big weapon here. So we are gonna null, and then we will. This is a 300-piece kit, so we might finish tonight. If we don't finish tonight, we will definitely finish it on Thursday. So I am gonna null here pretty quickly. Just kind of go through things. Keep my spare bag for spare pieces. But if you haven't been part of the a stream here before, one of the things that happens is when I do Lego sets, I null by color, and if I have time, I do it by shape as well. But it's really just separating by color all the different pieces to make it easier to find the things we need to find. I got a little upset when they brought back all the dead legacy characters from Naruto. I mean, yeah. I understand that, Brown Lantern. I think some of that was very cool. I mean, like, getting to have Naruto fight along with his dad, I think is, like, just some cool shit. But I understand. And then, like, not everybody came back, and you're like, all right, well, didn't love everybody, huh? Okay. So, yeah, we got some colors here. Boruto is okay. My favorite part about Boruto is you invested years in a lot of characters, and now you get to see them kind of grown up, and you get to see them, be parents and have kids, or, like, oh, what this person's doing this, and this person's doing that, and this character's like this, and you get to, like, kind of check in on them, it's fun. But I don't think it's a great show, but it's a fun show. All right. I just dropped off Shippuden when Madara came back. I couldn't do it anymore. It was like 300 episodes and I was done. I understand. I stopped watching it for a really long time, and then when they announced that they were getting close to being done, I went back to it and started watching it. And then they put in a bunch of filler that was actually fun. So some people really hate some of the Naruto filler in the last arc, which is they're all in a dream world, and it's all these like alternate reality stuff, and little bits and pieces of it are in the manga, but a lot of it is just made up to pad the show, and it's just filler. And so some people really hate it, and I actually think some of it's very cool. Like there's this like almost like there's a vision that Naruto has that is, what if all of the Jinchuriki like came together, and it anthropomorphizes even more, like it kind of like chibifies the Jinchuriki like hanging out with them, and what if they all got along with each other, and it's like them coming together to be like this kind of like cool force, and I think that was just like a really fun fantasy to have. And you kind of look at the other characters like, I don't know. I thought that was kind of neat. It probably drags too long, but I actually thought it was kind of cool filler. And the last bunch of fights, I think, are really strong and interesting. So I am a fan of it, but I know some people aren't. Yeah. It also, like, there's like a 2-episode arc about Tenten as the main character. And you're like, all right, Naruto, like, Shippuden, like, Tenten's no one's best girl. Like, okay. Like, Tenten is fine. I like Tenten. But she's definitely like Jinchuriki, and it just triggered something long dormant in your brain. I always like the ending bits that were self-aware about the show itself. Yeah. I mean, like, there's some good stuff in like the last big arc of Shippuden that I really appreciate. Last night and then a little bit today, I was talking about the nonsense that is the popular, the fact that idol culture and it still is obviously so strong in Japan, but at the time was so strong that in the 80s and 90s, you would put out albums, soundtracks for popular anime, and then you'd also put out original songs that were the characters singing songs. And of course, they included the best one of all time. There's two good ones. It's a tie, I think, or maybe one edges out the other depending on the day. But Wild Wind is incredible. It is a duet of Kurama and Hiei from Yu Yu Hakusho, just singing together, and they sing the chorus together, and it's just great. And it's just a good damn time, and complete nonsense, but I love it so much. Oh, I'm sorry, I have to switch overlay. Boom. There we go. Yes, the one where Hinata records all her versions of Naruto-kun. Yes, that is very fun. But there's also, there's a song, I gotta look up the name of it. It's from Rurouni Kenshin, which I love Rurouni Kenshin, and it is a song, I'm gonna look up the title because I always think of it as like the last track on the album where everyone's singing songs, because it's a group song. Let's see. Looking it up. Oh, okay. So it's called Kono Sekai no Katasumi Day, which is just like, hey Harold, congratulations, 18 cents is grad. So there's this song in Rurouni Kenshin, and it's all of the main cast. It's like anybody who was cool and a hero character is singing on a song, and there's like a breakdown with Kenshin, and it's great. And in the chorus, they're all singing, and you can pick out the different voices, especially if you were watching the show quite a bit, like I was at the time. And you can just pick out all the voices and kind of hear what's going on. And then in one of the choruses, towards the end, the voice actors for the little kids that live at the dojo, start singing too, and they join in, and it's like the first time I heard it, I was like, oh, this is fun, and then like maybe it was like the second or third time I heard the song, and I was like, wait, the little kids are singing, and everyone's happy. Holy shit. And it's just like such a fun moment, and like such a great song. And Wild Wind is good. And then I was thinking of themes, like Duo's theme is incredible, which does not have lyrics to it. And then I talked about it. It's an anime that didn't age great, that they didn't do a great job with. But one of, if not the best themes for an anime, personal themes, character themes. The song that plays on a loop or section plays, and you're just like, oh, it's time for this guy to shine, or this girl, or this non-binary character to do their thing. And that is number one, Ichigo's theme from Bleach. Because one, that song is just a fucking banger. It is a soulful fucking guitar, like multiple guitar solos, butt rock ass song with like, it's in English, and it's fucking just like incredible tune with that like has just great background singers, and it's like it's a fucking like it's a song, it feels like it's a song about like Ichigo. It's like a song about him being awesome. Like when that plays, I think I said that in the when I was writing about it last night on Twitter. When that song plays, you're like, "Oh, it's time to fucking go. It's time to go for it." It like I recommend looking it up if you don't know it. There's a pre-chorus that's great. The chorus is great. It's fucking like, uh, a lot of it plays in one of the most iconic early scenes of Bleach, where Ichigo takes on three lieutenants of the Soul Society like really fast and like very surprisingly, because people are kind of fucking thrown off by like him being as talented as he is, and then it's just like, yeah, it's fucking really good at this shit. Uh, but yeah, that song fucking rips. The Dragon Ball Super theme is good. I think that's solid. Uh, the iconic um, the One Piece orchestral music that plays, like the song that plays, and you'll know it if you've watched any of the show, when they are walking to go do some shit. When it is time for the Straw Hat Pirates to go take care of business and fucking wreck some shit, that music hits, and you're like, oh, yep, okay. It's time to go walk to a place and do some shit. And that's always really, I think, like, really iconic. I don't know. Oh, yeah. I mean, there's so much great that adventure song is from Dragon Ball is fun. Yes. But yeah, those themes where you're just like, oh, shit is about to go down. Like that stuff, like, yeah. And you hear it, and like they'll remix it, and they'll like snippets of it will play. And maybe when you're watching the episode for the first time, you don't pick that up. In the back of your mind, you go, oh, that song played. But you're not thinking of it in the moment because action's about to happen, and you're more concerned with that action, or whatever, or the plot, or whatever's happening. And then later, you're like, oh shit, this little piece of the the orchestrated piece just played because this character is showing up. All right, so we got our first decal to put on. If you haven't watched me do Lego before, or you haven't done modern Lego in a long time, these decals allow you to fuck up. I could use the wedge portion of our brick separator to do this, but I am just going to use my sponge here. But yeah, this allows for some wiggle room. You can kind of peel this. If you haven't fully put it on, even if you have, you could probably get the tweezers or something, or an X-Acto knife. It allows for you to kind of fix your mistakes, but also, if I make a mistake, that's fine. But yeah, if you got any songs that you're like, oh yeah, this is my theme. But really, this all came about because I was talking with a friend about how you don't see that in the U.S. for animated pieces. Really, you don't have like you don't end up with original songs about a show done outside of the show. And part of that is, CD culture, but even at the time, and how I thought that might be like Adventure Time, like, because so many of the people that do the show are singers that they could get away with doing an album like that people would be really into it. And then it was brought to my attention, and I had blocked it from my mind, that in reality, that does exist. Because not just songs from the show, but original songs or covers done by the voice actors exists several albums by The Simpsons. The Simpsons did it. The Simpsons put out albums, and that is a real thing that exists. And you can go and listen to them, and you probably did. Beyond the Bartman, just like, which obviously is a classic, instant classic. But yeah, there's just a bunch of songs out there that exist that were done by The Simpsons. And I hadn't thought about that. And I was like, oh yeah, that counts. That 100% counts. All right, so we're working on our big weapon here before we get into the actual Hulkbuster. So put that there. Now we'll build the other section, and then we'll combine these two together. We'll finish bag one because we're almost done with bag one, and then we will take our break. If you have not resubbed, now is the time to do it. Or if you've been thinking about becoming a subscriber, now is the best time because I will do that drawing. You do not have to be present to win, but a subscriber will win a model kit that I built on stream, the Tall Geese 2. I will send a whisper to whoever wins and get that and mail that out to them this week. And I'm excited to do that. Tall Geese 2 is a great kit. It was a good build. I'm happy to send that out. But yeah, when we finish this weapon, we will move on. And there. We have to put this on there. And then I'll talk about some anime. As always, Monday is now the light one. I don't have as much to talk about for shows, but kind of do some general recommendations of stuff for this season that I think is interesting. There's a few things. Then if there's stuff folks want to talk about, we can talk about it. I'll probably put another tweet out as well because we're a little light tonight as far as viewers, which is fine. It happens, and I'm okay with that. But I'm hoping a few more folks will join us. I should say, normal streams this week as we get into May. Still going to stream on Thursday and Saturday, 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. Eastern. But sometime on Thursday, I will be streaming. I will be appearing on another stream. I do not know when, but I will tell you now. And of course, hopefully, when I can announce it, say when people can watch. But I'm going to go over and take a nice long walk over to the Vice offices on Thursday, and hang out with the Waypoint crew for their charity stream. I'm not sure what I'm doing with them per se, but I am going to do that. I got to the time skip in One Piece. For some reason, I was expecting to be later on. And Sanji's 2 years was, sure, problematic as hell. Hey, Lashbrook, you're not fucking wrong. The handling of all of that is so bad. And you're like, I hate to say that I wish this character wasn't in the show. I wish this character was handled way better. Oh God, I wish this character was handled so much better than it is. The fuck? God damn it. You're not wrong. Yeah, it's awful. You're definitely not wrong. Fuck. I mean, his powered up ability, his ability to skywalk, is literally crafted so he can get away from people. And that's fucking... Oh, man. Alright. On the plus side, as I said, I'm going to join Waypoint stream during their charity sometime on Thursday. I don't know when, but I will. And we'll do something. Hopefully we're doing something that is appropriate to what I do. But I'm not sure. The first time I did streams with them, I was just hanging out while Patrick played a very bad game. And then last year, we played around a lot with whatever the toy to life, the last toy to life that ever existed was. And Austin and I built a few model kits together, which was really fun. Oh shit, I fucked that up. It's supposed to be on the front here. Alright, so that goes on there. These go on the back. Yeah, so I don't know exactly what I'm going to do there, but I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, I like Brooks. Brooks is, I mean, you know, he's gross like every fucking character in that show, but everybody's horny and weird. But he's also got a lot of depth to him and a lot of sadness in his heart, and I appreciate that very much. And then he got cool ice powers. He learned to fucking rock and be awesome, and then he got a cool ice sword. And you're like, okay. I think everybody knows that you're not going to jump up to the S tier, but you're still A tier. So good for you, Brooks. All right, so put a sticker on there. And we're going to flip this. Put this on here. Whoop, got these just balls here. Put those over there. Try not to have them roll off the table or anything. But yeah, so check me out on Thursday. And of course, like I said, I am going to stream the normal time, 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. Eastern. Thursday, I do my normal streams. I'm gonna, if I don't finish this tonight, I will finish it on Thursday. So I got to put another poll up, figure out what I'm building next, because I don't know. All right, that goes. Yeah, I don't know what we're building after I build this. I've got a few things. Maybe it'll be the ball, or maybe I'll do those two high grades together. The Noel and the Noble, I should say, not Noel. The Noble Gundam and the Leo. Could do that. Kind of tick off those high grade 144s that have been sitting there. I got the high grade 1100 Sandrock for Endless Waltz. That the high grade version of that I could build. I got a few things that are waiting for me. A few more Lego sets that are kind of on the small side. I could always do. I got options. Alright, so this goes in like that. And then let's this over. That goes like that. Alright. We're almost done with this weapon here. That goes like that. And that snaps together. Nice and easy. Okay. Boop, doop. And then this goes like this. And then I've never seen this before. Like these pieces are like you need to snap them out or pull them out. It's almost like doing Gunpla. It's kind of weird. I should get, yeah, my snipper clips for this. Very strange. Very odd for a Lego set to be like this. I don't know. I'm confused about that. And that goes like this. And that goes in here. Power source. And then our ball goes in like this. And our friend goes, sits there. And then when you pull these in, it will collapse and launch this. And it's hand power. So, cup it so I can maybe catch it. It's going to bounce off my hand. Yeah. Alright, that's fun. That's whatever. Put all these extras. I'm going to put the balls in there as well. I guess I could put it in like this. Just got some extra pieces. We'll put them in there. And then I'm going to draw the winner of the Tall Geese 2. And I will do my ad read stuff. Ad read, as I always say. I'm going to quickly check the old internet here. Okay. And then just replying to my set. Just replying to my own tweet. See if anybody else wants to pop in to chat. That's a neat way to shoot without needing a spring. Yeah, Ultron, I don't mind it too much. It's not the same kind of laser effect, which we have in a lot of kits, which I'm kind of getting tired of, the missile launcher design. We're going to build our Bruce Banner in a moment, so that's fun. That's going to be bag 2. It's back too is here. So first and foremost, thanks for watching. If you're not currently subscribing, well, make sure that you're following and you turn your notifications on so you know when I go live. Consider becoming a subscriber. If you're a subscriber, throw that Bear Cave emote, throw the Lego emote. If you're tier 2 or 3, you can put the Scythe emote in there. Let the people know. You can use your Twitch coin. If you have Amazon Prime, link it with your Twitch account. It benefits you. You get free games and stuff. And then also you get a coin, which you can give to me. And that's like using money. Or use money. I very much appreciate everyone that can join me here on Twitch. Watching is so great. Bits and coins, appreciated. We're going to roll over in every month. So right now, Harold is the top of the leaderboard. Gave up that great, hey Jam, gave up that great 666 bits in order to get me to 700, which is still a great number. But yeah, bits and cheers always appreciated. Becoming a subscriber is huge. There are other ways you can support the stream if that's something that interests you, because I am currently unemployed. I have a part-time gig right now, but full-time employment is still escaping me, and so every little bit helps because I can't really justify taking my savings into the streams and buying kits, so that does have to come from Patreon, which is another way you can support me if that's something you're interested in doing. You can join my Patreon, patreon.com/PatBaer. Allows me to continue to do stuff. A new month is coming. I just posted today a new thing I'm going to do towards the end of every month for my Patreon. $1, $5, $10 levels is like a best of stuff from the month, or like stuff that like you might have missed, like my favorite background of characters, anything new I did, the archives of things that are like, hey, here's just like a list of videos you should check out for, and that's only going to be for my patrons, I should say. That's another way to support the stream. You can also buy me model kits. If you buy something on my Amazon wish list, and once it arrives, it jumps the line, it jumps the queue of things I have to build, and they'll build what you sent me. So there's a bunch of different things. It ranges from, like, I think the cheapest kit on there is $19, all the way up to $100-something kits that you shouldn't buy, but you know, you could. I had that. I'm going to put this on the top because I think it's cool. The Dynames Gundam 00 is now actually for sale. I think that's just a great looking kit. But yeah, I got a bunch of stuff in there. Brown Lantern just cheered 300. Thank you so much, Brown Lantern. Really appreciate that. Thank you for the support. But yeah, if there's something you don't see, like Brown Lantern, the kit that we finished up not too long ago, Brown Lantern was like, hey, put this on your wish list and I'll buy it. And that was fucking incredible of him. That was so nice of him to do that. We got to build a perfect grade on stream, and it was rad. Hello. Any chances you can show me? Brown Lantern, are you asking to see the finished kit? Yes. Once I do my drawing for the Tall Geese 3, I will go get that, and I will bring it, and we'll show it off before we get to continuing with the Lego set. Because Brown Lantern, you asked me to put on a very expensive kit on my wish list, and then you bought that kit for me to build, and that's rad. Also, so get me through my ad stuff. I have a coffee. You could join. You could make direct donations to my coffee. That's one way you could do it if you wanted to. No worries, you don't have to. I have a Discord. Please consider joining my Discord. It's good. I think you'll like it. People post photos and stuff they work on. You can also send me stuff. If you're building model kits, if you're painting minifigures, for whatever. If you're working on stuff, you put together an IKEA shelf, send me photos. I love seeing that stuff. And that's all I need to say there. Now it's time to, I have to go into my analytics, and I have to download my subscriber list, which I'm doing now. And then I'm going to open my subscriber list, and I'm going to go to the Google's random number generator, which is a very handy thing to have. And open this up. I now have this. I'm looking at that. So between 2 and Fine. All right. Yeah. What we got going on here? What happened? Ultron just cheered 69. Thank you, Ultron. Uh, yeah. So I'm now going to use my random number generator, and I will pick a subscriber who will win the Tallgeese 2 that we built on stream. Yeah, we now Brown Lantern is now at 720. Harold at 700, and Ultron at 489. Yeah. So let me do number generated. And whoops, what's happened here? Harold just cheered 21. Thank you very much, Harold. Appreciate that. All right. And that's me. For some reason, my name gets listed, and that's not what we need. Hello, German. Welcome. Happy to have you here. And this is taking a long time, and I apologize because this person says no. And the winner of our model kit, the Tallgeese 2 Master Grade, is none other than Asmo197. Congratulations, Asmo. Always a lovely person in chat. I will contact Asmo. Yes, Robot Crank. I won the Tallgeese 2. Asmo9171. I'm putting it in there so that I can copy it later and send Asmo. I gotta put Asmo. I have to put Asmo's information into my Google Doc so that I remember to contact him. Because otherwise, I'll be like, wait, who won? Shit. But yeah, Asmo won. Pat, make sure you get the Asmo 107 exclamation and not the exclamation. I know, Brown Lantern. Don't worry about that. Have a great night, Harold. No, it is 917. Okay. All right. Yeah, no, I knew there was an exclamation point that's proper there. All right, so folks, we're gonna get back to building, but because Brown Lantern bought the perfect grade Zaku 2, Char Zaku 2, and didn't get to see the finished product, I'm gonna go get it in a second. So I will be back in just a moment, and we'll take a look at that, and then we'll get back to building. So I'm going to the pre-show roll for a moment. I'll be right back. And hello, I'm back. So we got the Zaku 2 here, perfect grade, the big old box, and inside the big old box is the smaller box, thankfully. I love this. I wish they did this more, like that had this small box within the big box is so great. And here's our Zaku 2, and you may notice it's headless right now because the head, it doesn't fucking fit in there. When you put the head in, it doesn't fit. That's how big this thing is. So now I have to basically assemble it. Yeah, Brown Lantern. Fuck is right. Look at this thing. Touch the head on there. The neck on. Okay. Apply that there. That goes there. I got the shield on. Those that watched on Saturday, I dropped a piece of this shield on the floor and couldn't find it, and then I found it. So then I just fixed it. But yeah, this is for folks that didn't watch the stream, this is a 160 scale perfect grade from 1999. And considering that it's a 20-year-old kit, it is fantastic. Yeah. It's a huge, giant kit. Yeah. So this is a 160 scale. Normally we deal with 1/100 scale is a sweet spot for me and my streams. But yeah, here's our big friend. Oh, I put that on upside down, didn't I? Whatever. You get it. There. That's right. It's just a cool kit. It's just an enormous cool kit, and there's a bunch of pieces that kind of like open up in it. You get a lot of details with that stuff. The kind of the back here opens up. These open up. Like there's a lot to kind of play around with. The chest piece opens up and slides around. You can kind of look in there. There is an LED light here, but I did not run the wires to it or the power for it because that's a nightmare, and I don't want to fucking do that. But put an action base on your Amazon wish list, and I'll get you one so you can display it. Did it come with a little char? Yes. So there's a tiny char inside the cockpit. I don't think you're gonna. Maybe you can see. No, there's no. The lighting's not gonna be good enough to see in there. But if you can see a tiny little pink thing inside the chest, there's a tiny char in there. So it comes with a little tiny char there, a little pink friend. Put an action base on your Amazon. Yeah, I'll put a perfect grade related action base there, and I'll let you know, Brown Lantern. That'll be on there for Thursday. But yeah, and it comes with a weapon here and the axe, and you can attach the axe to the side. I'm going to sneeze again. Sorry, I got up and then. Sorry about that. But yeah, it has a little part that goes in the side, and then you can clip on the axe to that. And it's an incredible kit. Wasn't expecting to show this off tonight, but yeah. When we build 100 scale kits and I stand them up, they don't get in this shot. Like it's weird. Like it's a lot. It's a big kit. Like the size of this gun. I grabbed the master grade before, and I'm going to shoot a video in May. In May, I'm going to shoot a video where I'm going to look at the 144 scale real grade, which is the most detailed 144 scale, a 1/100 master grade, and a 160 perfect grade. So you can kind of take a look at that and see the differences. And I might also show the 160 no grade, which is really a high grade wing compared to this as well. So you can kind of look at the differences. I'm going to shoot a video for that next month. But when I brought out the master grade, the whole kit was the size of the leg. It really is just a big old kit. So we brought that out because it was asked of us by Brown Lantern, who bought this kit on Amazon for me to build, and I'm so happy. Oh yeah, maybe you can see it now. There's a little char in there. Char's hanging out, piloting his Zaku 2. Alright, so now I have to be careful with everything. Nice and easy. And put that there. Yeah, right now I have Lego out. I don't have any what do you call it? I don't have any model kits on display. I'd like to. I'd like to have some death sights up, but I don't really have room for them, so I haven't. But yeah, that was just a little bonus there, as requested bonus. Now it's time to bag 2. And then we'll keep going. We got about another 40 minutes left in the stream, so we're going to null this quickly. We're going to build a Bruce Banner. And then we'll build some more of the top art. So this is fun. This isn't a decal for the head. This is already on it. Our Hulkbuster head, which is pretty cool. They did that part. Which is neat. And this maroon color is really solid. I'm really a big fan of it. But yeah, we'll null this all together and build ourselves a Bruce Banner, and then start putting some pieces together. Yeah, like I haven't seen it. I'm trying to be good about my spending at the moment, but I'm happy that people enjoyed the movie. Good for them. Yeah, I think so. It was. I think I said this like. No, it's okay. I think some people were like, "Hey, you should, you should have built some Legos on Thursday." And everyone was talking about that. You should have done a Marvel thing. And I was like, "Meh, I'm building this perfect grade, and I want to finish it." Like I'm never chasing that. Like look. Am I going to, during or at the end and the beginning of a charity stream that helps trans life. Mention that I stream. Yes, because also I think my streams are fun and cool for people. So I think that, like, yeah, we finished it up on Saturday. So, like, Thursday we were getting close to being done. So I understand that, like, I could have just been like, yeah, we're not going to do this for a while. Now, I did on Valentine's Day. Do the Love Phantom and skip what I was working on then for Valentine's Day. And that's the only time I've ever, like, timed any of my builds with a season or event. But yeah, so, like, I understand if people are like, like, I'm going to promote my streams because I think they're fun. I think people will like them. But I don't chase, trends. If I chased trends, I wouldn't be building model kits and Lego sets. Don't worry about it, Brown Lantern. Don't worry about it at all. I appreciate you typing. Ooh, look at these gold. This is some good gold right there. That's for. But yeah, I don't chase, like, trends. I'm not, I don't build anything that I wouldn't want to build. Like, there have been a few people that have reached out and been like, hey, would you ever build this kind of thing? And, like, I don't want to build something that I don't enjoy building. So, like, the Transformer. We built that Transformer. That was a miserable experience. Did not enjoy building that Transformer. I have no interest in building anything from that line. Now, they could theoretically improve it, and maybe I would revisit if I heard positive things. But as of right now, that was a miserable building experience, and I have no interest in revisiting it. So, like, if people are like, oh, if you put Starscream on your wish list, I'd buy it. I'm like, thank you, but maybe there's something else you want to buy that I could build. You had some crab legs down by the shore, and it was chef kiss. Well, Brown Lantern, I am jealous and also happy for you. That sounds rad. That's a good Monday. Or is that your Saturday dinner with your girlfriend's mom? Either way, great job. I think I am going to, after the stream, I'm going to go get some pizza, and then I'm going to eat that pizza. I'm going to try to get a pepperoni wheel. It's late at night, so the chances that my neighborhood place having pepperoni wheels left this time of night is low. But, at the very least, they will have some slices of cheese left. Alright, so yeah, we're just nulling. I can talk about anime. There's not a lot to talk about, as I said, this time of, in there. Oh, hello, Aristophan. That's resubscribing 8 months in a row on an 8th month streak. Thank you so much. Let's throw the Bear Cave emote in there for Aristophan. Thank them very much for being a subscriber. Appreciate it. Let's see. So the 3 shows. Okay. One Piece. Actions. Reverie is coming up. It's a lot of flashbacks. It's fine. It's all just fine. I want more good shit. I want Reverie to complete so we can go to Wano, where things will kick off. We're not getting to Wano for a while. This is fine. It's not great. That's One Piece for you. That's your One Piece update. Yatogame-chan is cute as fuck. Yatogame-chan, Kansatsu Nikki is a 3.5 minute show that ends with a closing theme. So it's really like 3 minutes and 15 seconds, 3 minutes and 20 seconds. It's so cute. It's very short. You should add it to your queue on Crunchyroll and just watch it. The premise is that, like, a dude from Tokyo moves to a small area of Japan. He's never been here before. And he ends up joining a club with the photography club that also this girl who is very proud of being from her home area and also kind of a cat girl-ish. And then there's other characters. We got introduced to the president of the club who's a fangirl and is lazy. And it's just a cute little show. And maybe I'm learning a little bit of Nagano. I don't know. I don't know if I'm learning anything about it, but I'm having fun doing it. So that show is cute and fun. So I recommend that. It joins, yeah, Brown Lantern. Um, it's a good show, and it joins Joshi Kase as another good like 3.5 minute show that I'm appreciating. I did not watch any Gundam Build Fighters. I am now only watched four. I've watched 4 episodes of Gundam Build Fighters, um, and it's fine. Um, well, the best anime of this season right now is in uh, the best anime of the year, as Space Jordan just said. I just watched Mob Psycho 100. Have you seen it? Yes, season 2 of Mob Psycho 100 is the best show of the year, hands down. Season 2 lives up to the hype. Is so solid and so good, and the character growth and the new stuff. It's just unbelievable. Uh, and it's Brown Lantern, enjoy your be right back. So that show is solid. I mean, I was about to say the best show of the season, of this season, the spring season, is Senryu Girl. Senryu Girl is half length. It's 12-minute episodes. I wish it was full. It is a young lady. Well, welcome back, Brown Lantern. Uh, that happens, my friend. Senryu Girl is the best show of the season. It is a slice of life, and it focuses on a young lady who does not deal well with speaking in public or at all, and writes her thoughts and feelings down in the style of haikus and presents them. And then you hear the haiku in her voice, her character voice says them, even though you know that she's just, showing it and people are reading it. And like the first episode, a teacher's just like, "Oh, you're the girl." And that's it. And basically anyone that's weird in this show is immediately just like, "Hey, that's the thing about you? Okay." The only exception to that is the dude in the show. The dude in the show is, I mean, this is classic. This is fucking classic ass anime, right? He's a tough looking guy, so people think he's tough. But he also isn't a pushover. So he is tough, but he doesn't want to be a violent guy. He just is violent because it's a response to people being violent towards him. So he joins the literary club so he can expose himself to poetry, and that's how he meets the main girl in the show. And they have a little will they won't they meet cute thing going. And they just introduce a character that doesn't like to speak, and she draws things. And they're immediately just like, hell yeah, welcome. They think that she is stalking the dude because she's following him, and really is he dropped his ID, his student ID, and she just was too nervous to approach him. And then once he learns that she's not a stalker, he's like, "Oh, sorry, I thought you were a stalker. You're okay. Why don't you come hang out with us at the literary club?" And it's just really nice. And the president of the club that they all hang out in is also not really scared of the dude and seems fine. But she's part of her thing is that she's checking out in on them and really interested in them dating. So there's an ongoing thing of her watching what happens, and then she's like, and is wearing sunglasses for some reason, so it's a disguise, and it's just her in sunglasses. But anytime they might get lovey-dovey, it cuts to her wearing the shades, and it's just a good reoccurring gag that I really like. It is just a sweet, cute show. As I said, best show of the season. There's another show that people like about a girl who's tasked with, she moves to a new school, and her only friend in the world is like, "Hey, if things don't change, you'll never make friends, you'll never grow, so I'm not going to talk to you anymore. You have to go and make friends with everyone in your class by the end of the year, or we'll never be friends again." It's like a tough love thing. and this girl is not up to the challenge. And I've heard very good things about it. I eventually will watch it, but I couldn't get through the first episode because every time I watched any moment of it, I was just like, ugh, you just, no, fucking figure it out. Learn how to be a person, which is not nice of me. But I was just like, it's not clicking with me. Hochi Bochi? It's not Hochi Bochi. Hochi Bochi sounds like what someone who doesn't know how to call Danganronpa. Uh, Anytime anyone says Danganronpa, I always think of ProZD calling it Dongo Bongo, and now I call it Dongo Bongo, which is bad. I'm looking up the name of this show. Hachi. It's hard to look up the name of a show when you don't know the name of how to spell the beginning of it. But I'm looking at. Oh, I can look up a new. Here we go. Okay. It's called uh, Hitori Bochi, and it's the first and last name of the main character combined together. I mean, she makes a friend, so it's working, but it's fine. I'm sure I will like it. It's in my queue. Someday I'll watch it, but right now I'm not interested because it was just something about it annoying. She's just like an annoying main character. In the same way that I'm like the helpful Seneko-san, like the Fox Girl, the demigirl thing. Like she's a god and she's like taking care of this dude, and I'm like not super into the show because they don't really spend any time telling me why I should care about the main character. It's kind of just wish fulfillment. That like, oh, this guy works really hard and he's just got like a rough job and he's just like trying and things aren't working out, but he's like a good dude. So this fox is going to show up and hang out with him. This fox is a demigod. And you're like, why? They did introduce a character who lives next door and who is a manga artist, and she seemed fine, and I'm like, okay, more of this. Like I'm gonna keep watching, but it's not like it's like meh, whatever. There's a lot of good shows on the season, so I would say, like, don't worry about that shit. I am. I'll say this. Okay, so as you know, money stuff not great. Figuring it out, doing my best. Tomorrow's episode of One Punch Man season 2 is literally a lot is riding on tomorrow's episode because last week's episode was really good, but it's the only good episode of the season. And if tomorrow's episode is not good, then I am going to cancel my Hulu, and then I will just get Hulu again at some point and watch it later. I'll always watch it legally. I will, I'm not saying that I would like illegally watch it, but I'm right now I'm only paying for Hulu to watch One Punch Man season 2. It's the only thing on Hulu I'm watching. Space Jordan. Yeah, I watched the first episode of Sarzayami, but because it's weird. But I don't know. I didn't like it. I've heard good things. People seem to enjoy it, but I don't know. It's 3 young dudes get turned into kappas to fight zombies. And I don't know why. And there's a lot of singing and a lot of talk about butts. And I don't know. And I know that probably sounds great, but it just didn't. The show didn't do anything for me. But I might give it a second look. People are always gonna follow Zakara wherever he goes. Honestly, yeah. Like I said, but thank you, Arch, for that. We'll get this gold piece in here. Uh, but yeah, like I like One Punch Man season one so much that right now I'm not. But like season two just hasn't really been doing it for me. The animation quality is just pretty poor. Like I said, it did get good. This last week's episode was good, so I'm hopeful that this week's will be solid. But all right, so we're building some gears in here. Got our own little gears of gears. Uh, it's very strange to say, but honestly, like the anime, the action anime that's doing it for me is Black Clover. These last couple episodes have been so good. I know I'm a bit of a broken record on it. I do apologize for that, but I mean, this last episode was really fucking good. I'm excited for tomorrow. I'm more excited about to find out uh, if anyone has to fight Finral's brother or not. I'm more excited about that because Gordon talked normal, y'all. There's a comedy character in Black Clover named Gordon. He looks like Marilyn Manson. He is a goth. He's quiet. He mumbles quietly. And in the Japanese, they put subtitles up for him. They put up text, kanji for him when he talks. Because you can't hear what he says on purpose. That is the gag. Because he's also like, oh, that's my best friend. I love him so much. And he's great. But a thing happened in last week's episode where it pans over all of the crew, the Black Bulls, and it gets to him, and and it's not subtitled. There's no Japanese text because he says in a normal speaking voice, which is loud enough for us to hear, that it's like, now I'm mad, and you're like, what the fuck? It's like, you know how everybody's got that friend that like doesn't swear, and then one day they're just like, oh, fuck that guy. And you're like, wait, what? Or like, it's a bit of a thing, but there was a point where I was talking shit about a dude that sucks, and people were like, well, Pat doesn't talk shit about people, so this guy must really suck. Like, I don't know who this guy is, but if Pat says he sucks, he definitely sucks, which I appreciate that people take my word for things like that. I appreciate it very much. But yeah, Gordon fucking talked in a normal speaking voice about how he was mad. And it literally, like, gave me goosebumps. I love when they give jokey characters their moment. And, like, he hasn't had his moment yet. It's a very small moment. But he got, like, to, like, I don't know. It meant a lot when he talked. Anyway, Black Clover, there's some good shit in that. People pushing themselves and going beyond. There's a lot of plus ultra going on in that show right now, and I'm here for it. Into it. Invested. As I said, I am more interested tomorrow in Black Clover's new episode than I am in the new episode of One Punch Man Season 2, which is a shame. Also, because I know when it comes out, and I'm never sure when it shows up on Hulu. Beyond Plus Ultra, indeed. Arch says, I despise Hulu, so I wait for the season to finish, and then I'll do a free week. Yeah, I can see that. But, because even, I was watching Wise Man's Grandchild, terrible name, but then Crunchyroll got that too, so now I don't have to watch that on Hulu, which is great, because I don't enjoy the Hulu experience. New game plus ultra. Boom. Nailed it. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. One thing that is I found is that I was having issues with Hulu, and now I'm playing Hulu through Firefox instead of Chrome, and those issues went away. Outside of the issues of poor animation quality in that show, it's now not stuttering, which I was getting in Chrome. And I have very good internet. I have not had a single drop frame since we started since I got Fios. I've had no issues. I have no fast downloads and incredibly fast uploads. I'm saving. These are like 4 or 5 gig videos that take no time to upload. It takes like 10 times as long to process the video that I'm uploading to YouTube than it does to upload it. Like, I have very good internet right now. So the fact that I was getting stuttering is so fucking frustrating. But I think that was Chrome dealing with Hulu more than anything. All right, so now we are building up here. If I finish this up, I might start knolling bag 3 and bag 4 together. As I said, I'm gonna have to put out a call to my $10 patrons about what I should build after this, because I'm gonna be done with this on Thursday. I might also just pick things. I might just pick something because I just did a poll. I just did 2 polls in a row, so I might just pick the thing I'm building next that I want to build, and wait on the polls. I don't know. We'll see. Oops, just gotta go on the back. I don't like how they say I get a free month, then charge for the month without telling me because I had an account at some point. Yes, yes. They're not super clear about who gets their free month service, and how in some instances you're just reinstalling your account or restarting your account. That is sketchy. I've seen that. But like I said, tomorrow I'll decide. And it's the end of the month, so, sometimes it's a good time to be like, I don't know what this is. But yeah, I can't, if I'm not enjoying the show I'm paying for the service for, then I'm not going to keep doing it. And yes, there's other things I could find other things to watch on Hulu, but like that's not the point. Brown Lantern says, sorry, my internet went out. Don't worry about that. That's cool. Yeah, I could find other things on Hulu to watch, certainly, but if I'm not liking the thing that I have the service for, and then also like, this is, I'm not breaking ground here with this thing, but I pay them money and I have to watch ads that are bad. I have to watch bad ads and pay them money. I don't like that. Do not enjoy that. That is not a fun thing. As I said, nothing new. Alright, so we got some gear things. I guess this arm is going to move when you move this back, the back part here of the Hulkbuster. Well, that's fun. Like I said, I know that is not anything new. I'm not saying anything shocking or controversial. 8th MS Team is the only thing I want to watch on Hulu. I understand. And yeah. Alright, there's the Hulkbuster head. Goes on like that. And then we're going to build the part that it allows our Bruce Banner figure to kind of stand. So he's going to do this. He's going to pop in here. Do his thing. Just hang out in there eventually. We got to finish building. Eighth of Best Team is fantastic. I said give it another chance. I'm going to cough. Hey, here's an excuse to get some water, y'all. We're close to the end of the stream. I'm going to finish this up, and then I got a decal to put on. But we're getting close to wrapping up. I'll be back on Thursday. As I said, keep an eye on my Twitter. I will let you know when I'm going to be on the stream for Waypoint. Waypoint's Twitch. So Brown Lantern, that's when it comes to artists and musicians, it is up to you. I think the Jackson 5 are fantastic. Uh, but at the end of the day, with cancel culture or with anything else, anything you want to call it, the right thing to do, which I'll probably say for a lot of that, it does come down to just like decisions you got to make. You know? My values tell me that I should not uh, um, should not listen to Beck because I have some real issues with Scientology, particularly their opinions on mental health and psychiatry, um, and and wellness of that respect. I have vastly different opinions from them. So the fact that I actively listen to a musician who supports them and is a member of them is a thing that like I have to fucking deal with. My own personal. If he was more outspoken, maybe it would be easier to just be like, no, fuck it, can't anymore. Since he's basically just like, I'm a Scientologist, that's my thing, but I don't fucking talk about it. It's kind of easy to be like, whatever. So, it's tough. Yeah, it is a tough thing, and it's a thing that like I said, I think if he was more outspoken, it would be easier for me to be like, well, he said this fucking shit, so fuck him, I'm done. But he's not. But isn't that worse that he's just kind of walking around like silently not being a problem, so you can just be like, whatever, it doesn't matter. Like that sucks. That feels bad. I mean, all of it feels bad. So I don't know. I don't have any good answer for you. You just gotta follow your heart. Yeah. Brown Lantern, I mean, like I said, it is a thing. Like, um, one of the things I always said is I'm not a games journalist, which means that I don't have to play things for the conversation or because it's important or because it's whatever. So I can follow my heart when it comes to this industry, which means that like, you know, oh, this company bought an idea from Orson Scott Card. Well, I'm never going to play that game, even if it is some people's favorite game, because they can disassociate themselves from that. But that man used his time, energy, and money and clout to try to make it so friends of mine couldn't get married. So you can fuck off forever. I got no time for Orson Scott Card, and no interest in playing a game based on ideas that he came up with. But I also like get it, because people were like, this game is cool. And I'm like, okay. Alright. But like, yeah. I love Ender's Game. I fucking love Ender's Game. That book, like, y'all, I am turning 39 this year. That book was very fucking important to me. Ender was important to me. But also Orson Scott Card basically is like, he didn't even go like, I've had a change of heart. I can see some errors in my thoughts. He just went, well, now that it's legal, it's not worth fighting. It's basically Orson Scott Card thing. But he used his own personal money to make it harder for friends of mine to be able to be wed in California. So he can go fuck himself forever. Yeah, Brown Lantern, that makes total sense. Like, it pushes your values. It makes you think, is me supporting this thing with my time, energy, money, worth it in the long run, worth it in the short run? And it's a thing that we all tackle constantly. And like I said, like, I guess if I listen to Odelay, does that make me like, but I have so much issues with Scientology, and it's like, I don't know. It's like, I don't know yet. I don't know if it's a thing that I can be like, oh, cool, or nope. But then there's like personal things, like it's easy for me to be like, well, I'm watching a bunch of, like I have a playlist going of a bunch of Polygon videos where they were doing lots of Jackbox stuff. But there's an early one that features a dude that sucks. And so I don't watch those. And that's easy to be like, all right, I don't watch those anymore because that dude sucks. That's easy. That's very easy to be like, nope, no fucking thanks. We're good. All right, so that's the end of the stream. This thing's got to go in here. Whatever. It doesn't really matter. I actually should take a photo of what I'm working on. Shoot. But yeah. We get the videos from the dude that sucks prematurely banned from Giant Bomb Infinite, at least. So that's good. That's awesome. And yeah, those shouldn't be on Infinite. We don't need them. I love the records, but sometimes I don't know the fans' attitude, the minorities. Brown Lantern, that's a separate thing. I mean, there's some good discussion within the communities because there are some McElroy Facebook groups for folks of color. And I have engaged in that subset of the community as well. Kind of talk about some stuff. Some of their fans, and even them themselves. Like, oh boy, there are some fucking people that really need to hold on to the idea that Glass Shark isn't problematic. They really need and want to love Glass Shark and need me to think that Glass Shark is not a problem. Or more to the point, they need people of color to think that Glass Shark is not a fucking problem. Glass Shark is a fucking problem. Describing the idea that they're back in a city they haven't been to in a while is them being Chilean miners is not great. And Justin did it again after a long time of not doing it. And I was like, oh, that fucking sucks. It really fucking sucks, dude. Yeah. But they're also humans. And hopefully, and they are also fucking pretty damn good at listening. They're better than most at listening. But also that miners thing, like, he definitely has fucking been told, hey, those dudes can't sue anyone. Those dudes that almost all died have no legal recourse for what happened to them. So maybe don't compare yourselves to them. Maybe. But yeah. Yeah. Yes, and I think that, like, the thing is, when you reach a certain level of success or anything, there is a contingent of your fan base that will suck. And it's hard to kind of get them to fucking be better and be cooler. And also, like, there's always, like, I don't know, there's a contingency of, like, oh man, there's some fucking garbage ass, dumb ass, idiot ass fans of Drawfee, which is one of the most positive, nicest communities in the world. And some of their fans suck ass. Oh boy. Because they were like, came in because of a guy, people that used to work there and have stuck around. And you're like, oof. Yes. I mean, it is unfortunately to be expected, Brown Lantern. And we are going to wrap up the stream, so I don't want to thank everyone for joining me. Unfortunately, Brown Lantern, that it is part of the numbers game. And it's not impossible and not unheard of to tell creators to fucking talk about, like, their communities and talk at their communities. And the thing that I want to hear is I do want to hear more often, hey, if this is the thing that you believe, you can get the fuck out of here. I want to hear that more. I'll leave on this, and this is an important thing to say. Even though it was fucking so late in the game but needed, when Giant Bomb finally started talking about Gamergate stuff, which was long overdue, and comparatively early, but in reality not at all, they got some pushback, because of course they did. And one of the things that people started saying was that Ryan wouldn't give a shit about any of this. Ryan wouldn't want them to be political. Ryan wouldn't like any of this stuff or whatever. And first of all, you don't fucking know. And secondly, as Jeff put it, and this is probably on like Tumblr or something, Ryan wouldn't want any of this shit and would have been vocal about it immediately and would have gotten talked to by a larger corporation about that. But Ryan would have been outspoken as fuck. And the thing that I say is, one of the first people that got attacked was Jen Frank because she wrote about it for The Guardian and didn't disclose in it that she had at one point been a Patreon supporter of Zoe, and got a lot of shit. And Ryan fucking Davis loved Jen Frank. And when they went after Jen, if Ryan had been still with us, Ryan would have lost his goddamn mind. And I think about that a lot. I think about how there's the constituents of the internet that want you to agree with them so bad that they will fundamentally misunderstand what's going on. And sometimes it's and in some instances it's people who are being untruthful and they're whatever. And some people are just literally like, I feel like this person would be on our side. And you're like, no, they wouldn't. Ryan wouldn't agree with you about shit. There's no way that Ryan would agree with you about that shit. Brown Lantern, you missed a really dark time that's still going on and certainly isn't over. One would hope that we can be better about stuff as we continue. But yeah, it was a shitty time to be a person on the internet and try to do good work and be good to people. Because it was friends of mine being attacked. And so I was never going to be cool what was going on. Clearly was not for me. Not my scene, certainly. But that's because I'm not a piece of fucking garbage. And on that note, hello. Thank you for coming out. I hope you join me on Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. We're going to finish this Hulkbuster. We got a bunch done. We got 2 more bags to go. We got to build a little Falcon minifig. That's going to be fun. We got Bruce Banner in here, and that's fun too. And then we'll build something new. I think I'm gonna, because I want to build it. We're gonna build some high grade 144 scale kits. I got 2 of them. We're gonna build those 2 high grades because I wanna. Brown Lantern, thank you for the cheer. Thanks for everybody for hanging out. Appreciate it. Thank you all for being here. And then yeah, keep an eye out on my Twitter. I will let you know when I am on the charity stream for Waypoint, which I'm very excited about, on Thursday. I'll be on Thursday. Maybe Friday, but definitely on Thursday. I don't know. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye, everybody.